Hello everyone! Huskeyninja here. Today with a English deck overview video of my Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid English trial deck. This deck is a mostly yellow-green with some red and a single blue. But let's start! This deck is also a lot of trial deck stuff. But let's start with 3 different level 3 cards. And we will start with Kana. This is the trial deck level 3. During the turn that this card is placed on stage from your hand, at the beginning of your attack phase, you may put all players' cards except this card into the waiting rooms. What this basically means is all the cards, whether they're front row or back row, they get sent to the waiting room. Apart from this single copy of Kana. This is great against overpowered level 3s, and it guarantees you have a very clean, without any climax cards, a very clean 3 soul damage. If you have a +2 soul climax card on your stage, this will amp it up to being 5 damage. I run 4 copies of this from 2 trial decks, and it is, I feel, an underrated Dragon Maid level 3 card. But people who do make Kana waifu decks, they use her as like the top finisher to get around other people's cards, especially those who use standby. Next up, I run 3 copies of a Maid Just For You Toru. When this card is placed on stage from your hand, you may put the top card of your clock in your waiting room. So it is your generic healer card. And auto, pay 1, put 1 card from your hand into your waiting room. When this card's battle opponent becomes reversed, you may pay the cost. If you do, deal 1 damage to your opponent, and that damage may be cancelled if they get a climax card. This is a useful card, especially for trial deck cards. But the fact of you can pay once you've reversed your opponent means you do that little bit extra damage as long as your opponent doesn't cancel. Next, I run a single copy of Chirogon Breath Iruru. It is a 3 soul, which for level 3, you can't basically sniff at that. And it has a climax combo with Search for Treasure. Climax combo, pay 1. When Search for Treasure is placed on your climax area, you may pay the cost. If you do, this card gets the following ability until the end of turn. Auto, this ability activates up to 1 per turn. When damage dealt by this card is cancelled, you may deal X damage to your opponent. X is equal to this card's soul. Damage may be cancelled. So you can, as long as it doesn't get cancelled, you can cause 3 damage just off a climax combo. And auto, when this card attacks, reveal the top card of your deck. If that card is a human or a dragon character, you may deal 1 damage to your opponent. Damage may be cancelled and return the revealed card to its original place. So it gives you a chance to do at most 4 damage without attacking, which is pretty sweet. Well, 1 when it attacks, but that little extra damage is very useful for a set that has no standby. Next, we're hitting our level 2s, which there are 5 level 2s.
Your holiday home. And thanks to no hidden fees, there's no more.
Guys, found a villa.
I'm so sorry for the annoying advert. YouTube has been doing a lot of that lately. But next up, we have Go-Go Chirogan's Kana. It is a level 2 Brainstormer of pay 1, flip over 4 cards to the top of your deck, and put them into your waiting room. For each climax card revealed among these, choose up to 1 character in your waiting room and return it to your hand. It is a nice simple Brainstormer, and for 6,500 power, it's also a good attacker. For a lot of Brainstormers, they tend to be like 500 or lower. So seeing this for a level 2 Brainstormer, it is helpful. Next, I do have 2 rarities of this card, which is another child deck, which is Maudlin Lukoa. Assist all your characters in front of this card get X power. X is equal to that character's level times 500. Which is handy when you have like your level 1s, 2s, and 3s out. Just give them that little extra power. In action, rest this card. Choose one of your characters, and that character gets the following ability to the end of turn. When this card's battle's opponent becomes reversed, look at the top card of your deck, put on the top of your deck, or into your waiting room. So it is either you can see the card that's there, if you like it, keep it there, if not, just put it in your waiting room. So the way it lets you check if you have something that's going to give you an additional soul trigger, or if it's going to be a climax card that's going to really help you out. Next up, we have 3 copies of Harmony Faction Elma. When this card is placed on the stage of hand, this card gets X power to the end of turn. X is equal to the number of human or dragon characters you have times 1,000. Which gives it a nice healthy power boost when your stage is full of either dragon or human characters. She gets a healthy boost. And Auto, when this card's battle opponent becomes reversed, you may put that character in your opponent's memory. This ability is really helpful, especially when you know your opponent doesn't run memory, but you realize their main system of bringing out certain cards. You can disrupt the combos that they're doing by sending one or more of that cards that they use in a combo to memory, and then they're unable to retrieve it. So nice healthy level 2. Well, helpful level 2. And next up, we have Participating Fafnir. Of when he tries to sell his books at Comic-Con. This card gets plus 200 power for each character in your opponent's backstage. So it makes it a nice healthy 8,000. Just off its continuous ability alone. And Auto, pay 1. At the beginning of the Encore step, if you do not have another rested character in your center stage, you may pay the cost. If you do, rest this card. The only use I see for this card, and is why I don't think I run too many of them. Let me just check. Yeah, I only run 3 of him. He's just in here for his continuous ability. Nothing more, just the continuous ability. So if I can't get the Elma out, I have Fafnir. Next up, we have another Fafnir card. Otaku Alliance, Fafnir and Makoto Takiya. It is another assist card, whereas cards in front of this card get X power. X is equal to that character's level times 500. But he's in one copy of this card is mostly in here for the act of rest this card. Choose one of your characters, and that gets plus 1,000 power to the end of turn. This can be helpful for your level 3s and level 2s if they're up against someone who's that tad bit stronger by 1,000. You can give yourself a little extra power boost, then play in a climax card to give yourself another 1,000. So, he's good to have on your stage, alongside either the Lukoa, so it can be helpful. Next, we're into our level 1s. There are only 5 level 1 cards. So next up, we have 2 copies of Eating Off the Ground Kana. Can we just appreciate the adorable manga artwork? Is it one thing I do love about Jackmate is you have both the anime artwork and the manga artwork in one set. This card is just a simple power boost. When this card attacks, choose one of your characters, and that character gets 2,500 to the end of turn. So it's like you either have 2 of the Lukoa, or you have Fafnir. And it's like you either have your level 3s or level 2s out. You need that little extra power boost. Attack with this. And then just give your character that's facing something bigger than itself that extra power boost. Especially if you need that extra power after you play a climax card. Next up, we have first time using a computer Elma.
To sell for free on eBay. I was thinking maybe I should sell that.
Exit the music just because YouTube ads. But we have first time using computer Alma. There are 2 copies of this in this deck. It is your basic 5/5, but it's handy in there for if you can't play anything straight away, or it's like you don't have enough stock, or just get something quick on your stage for some power to attack with. She's in there. And next up, we have Extremist of the Chaos Faction, Iruru. During this card's battle, your opponent cannot play backups from hand. This is a handy ability because it means your opponent will be like, oh, I will just do a backup. And they're like, oh wait, I can't. So your opponent can't get the power boost from backups to help the card that you are attacking with this card. And it is continuous. And auto, when this card attacks, if the character facing this is a level 2, this gets an extra 6,000 power to the end of turn, so it is a level 2 Slayer. There are 2 copies of this card in this deck, but having a level 2 Slayer in there is handy for just like you're stuck at level 1, or it's just like, okay, they got level 2, it's got ability that I'm struggling to get around, play this, you can use it to get around it. Next up, we have Prank Loving Young Dragon Kana. Well, Kana, during your turn, continuously, this card gets 2,000 power. And auto, climax combo. When this card's battle opponent becomes reversed, if surprise reveal is in your climax area, you have 4 more other human or dragon characters. Perform each of the following abilities 1 time only and return it to your hand. You may choose one of your opponent's level 1 or higher characters. You do, that opponent chooses 1 level X or lower character in their main room and exchanges with them. X is equal to the level of that character you choose minus 1. So it can be handy, but it's mostly in there because it's cute. No other reason. Next up, we have Churogon Breath Kana. Continuous, all your other human or dragon characters get plus 500. And auto, put 1 human or dragon character from your hand into your main room. When this card is placed on the stage from your hand, you may pay the cost. If you do, search your deck for up to 1 prank-loving young dragon Kana. Reveal it to your opponent and put it into your hand and shuffle your deck. I'm also sorry for the but I got tongue-tied. And auto, rest this card. Choose 1 of your prank-loving young Kana. And that character gets an extra 1,000 power and a soul. So having this out, it basically helps get this card out. And makes her a 5,000 with a 2 soul damage. Next, we have the trial deck Poolside Temptation Toru. All your opponent's characters get Encore cost of 2. And auto. At the beginning of your opponent's attack phase, you may move this card to an open middle position of your center stage. It's not the most amazing level 0 card, but it's a fact of if your opponent only has, for example, 2 cards out, the middle of your center stage is clear, you just move her to there, and you're good. And I run 4 copies of her. Next, I run a single copy of Leaf Reforming to Me Toru. If the card is in the middle position of your if this card is in the middle position of your center stage, this card gets a level and 2,500, making her basically, when she's on stage, in the middle position of your center stage, basically a level 1. But having something like this, if you are a level 0, can help you out. Next, we have 4 copies of Priestess of the Sea, Elma. When this card is placed on the stage from your hand, if you have another human or dragon character, this card gets 2,000 power till the end of turn, making her a 4/5. For a level 0, it can help you out early game to get that little bit extra power to help you out. Other than that, she's just mostly there for presence on your stage. Next, we have Blissful Times Miss Kobayashi, which I run 2 copies of. Continuous, all your other human or dragon characters get plus 500. So basically treat her like, for her continuous ability, like Uniform Jean out the base set of Ruby. Action, pay 2, rest this card. Choose 1 human or dragon character in your main room and return it to your hand. Now, if you are stuck, for example, like level 2 or level 3, and you really need something out, play this, and you can easily get it from your main room back to your hand. Or even to get, like, the level 2 Slayer out. So I run 2 copies of this card. Next up, I have 1 copy of Awakening Toru. Ordo, put 1 climax card from your hand in the main room. When this card is placed on stage from your hand, you may pay the cost. If you do, choose 1 human or dragon character in your main room and return it to your hand. And Ordo, return this card to your hand when your climax is placed on your on your climax area. You may pay the cost. If you do, choose 1 of your characters, and that character gains 1,000 power to the end of your opponent's next turn. The reason there's only 1 copy is because I only own a single copy of this card. But it can help you out, especially when you're like level 1 onward and you need that extra power. Or even as like, for example, if you have Elma out, or even, let's see here, or even this Toru, or this one out, it just helps you get the extra power you may need. Next up, we have Awakening Kana. When this card is placed on the stage from your hand, look at the top card of your deck and put it on the top of your deck or into your main room. Again, it's like the card we saw earlier, where it just lets you see what cards you could pull that's going to be triggered next or used as damage next. And Brainstorm, pay 1, rest this card, flip over 4 cards from the top of your deck, and either put them into your main room. For each climax card revealed amongst these cards, you may choose 1 character in your main room and return them to hand. This is like somewhat of a usual sort of brainstormer for level 0s, with the normal sort of power brainstormers tend to get. So as you can tell, there are like 2 brainstormers in this entire deck. And our last character card is Churogan Breath Lukoa. Auto, put the top card of your deck into your clock. When this card becomes reversed in battle, if all your characters are human or dragon, you may pay the cost. If you do, look at up to 2 cards from the top of your deck. Choose up to 1 event or level 1 or lower character from among them. Reveal it to your opponent, put in your hand, and put the rest into your waiting room. So basically works as a character retriever. Old card. But she's just in there, so it's like the 3 best girls are in here. Of Kana, Toru, and Lukoa. But now we are on to the climax cards. One of which I do run both rarities of, hence why there's 2 different versions of it. But we are starting off with the scenery together with you, with Rainbow Bridge in the background. This is your generic, all your characters get +2 soul. But it's just really nice artwork, and it is a trial deck card. And next, just move myself over here. And I will tilt my head as well while I'm at it. Spreading of Wings. When this card is placed on your climax area from your hand, choose up to 1 level 1 or lower character in your waiting room, put it into your stock, and all your characters get a soul till the end of turn. This card can help you out. Move myself back over here. But that climax card can help you out with just getting things when you need it. And we'll go with the higher rarity of Busy Shopping. All your characters get 1,000 power +1 soul. And it has the buy trigger of when this card triggers, you put the top card of your deck into your stock. This helps you build up stock quite quickly for when you're at level 1, well, when you're at level 2 and level 3, because in this deck, I've purposely chose level 1 cards where you don't have to pay to play them. But level 2 onward, you have to pay to play the cards. So it does help get your stock out there and also to pay for abilities. Next up, we have Search for Treasure. All your characters get 1,000 power and 1 soul, or as Weiss Schwarz players call it, a 1/1. And go Bart, when this card triggers, return this card to your hand. And you may put the top card of your deck into your stock. So it just lets you make sure, especially for this level 3 here, you can easily keep doing its climax combo turn after turn as long as you have it on your stage. And lastly, we have Surprise Reveal, which is another 1/1, and it is the Door Trigger ability, which just lets you retrieve your characters from your waiting room and put them in your hand. This is the card that climaxes with this Kana card. So basically, in this deck, we only have really 2 climax combos. But that is my Dragon Maid deck. I will put a link down below to it in deck log, so you can all check it out, or if you want to build it yourselves and see what it's like. So until next time, bye everyone! And please don't forget to check out the rest of my Weiss Schwarz videos and the rest of the content here on my channel. Also, please don't forget to give me a like and a subscribe. Until next time, hope you all have a wonderful day. Bye everyone!